You're watching the news on Mirror now. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines. Mirror Now's explosive expose blows the cover. Proof of Maharashtra government's inability to provide security to doctors caught on camera. Fadnavis government's promises to safeguard doctors was mere eyewash. Murder caught on camera in Churu district in Rajasthan. A biker hit an auto rickshaw driver with a brick on his head, killing him instantly. TVF boss Arunab Kumar may walk away scot-free without a trial, Mumbai police says, with no victim coming forward. Case has reached a dead end. Budget 2017 for richest civic body, the BMC, out this year. Roads get lesser allocation, however, serious money set aside to fund schools, hospitals and solid waste management. Karnataka's netas want protection from sensationalist media. Legislators cutting across party lines unite set up a committee to formulate rules to regulate print and electronic media. And superstar Rajinikanth sends out an SMS blast summons fans to assemble in Chennai on the 2nd of April. Is a political move on the cards? Straight up to news just coming in. Another doctor attacked in Maharashtra's Thane district. From the reports we're getting from ground, we hear around 15 persons assaulted a doctor at civil hospital in Thane. The angry people also broke the glass of main entrance. In fact, we have Aishwarya Palaval joining us on the phone line with more details. Aishwarya, tell us, what are you picking up?
Amita, what I'm currently picking up is that there were some patients who had come with injury and they were under the influence of alcohol. So these patients misbehaved with the female interns and then they assaulted resident doctors. Now there were two doctors who were assaulted. One is Dr. Javed Sheikh and Dr. Ansari. Now the attacker, what we are picking up right now, is a local Gunda from Mumbai. Now he had come for this treatment as his hand was bleeding. And this attack took place when he thought that the doctors were not doing their job. Now, doctors in Thane Civil Hospital are really angry and they are saying that if the culprits are not caught, then they might even go on a strike.
The doctors might go on strike. Aishwarya Palaval getting us details there. Thank you so much. In the meantime, Mirror Now went on ground to investigate if anything had changed after doctors across the state went on mass leave last week. Remember, the strike was called off after the state government promised to enhance security. Take a look at what Richa Sharma found.
ID हाल है। हेलो सर। अरे तुम पेशेंट आहेत का काय?
आप पेशेंट के हिसाब से डॉक्टर ले जाते हैं।
कुछ ना होता ना?
हाँ।
But that was all. The scenario within the hospital was not very different. Entire families still accompanied patients to the OPD and crowded general wards. Outside the emergency ward, I noticed there are no guards at the entrance. I spoke to some of the people standing outside the emergency ward.
आप लोग पेशेंट हैं क्या? नहीं, पेशेंट नहीं, देखने आए। आपको मिला अंदर आने के लिए विदाउट पास?
नहीं, गुजर गया ना।
हाँ? नहीं, आपको अंदर आते वक्त पास मांगा था? नहीं,
वो गुजर गया।
The situation outside the OPD or outpatient department was similar. People accompanying patients were allowed free entry. Since entry passes are not ready yet, patients were being asked to show their file to enter.
लोग अलाउ कर रहे हैं आपको अंदर बिना पास और ये सब? नहीं, हमारा
तो पता नहीं।
आप ओपीडी के लिए आए हैं किसी और के लिए? बच्चे को खून चढ़ाते हैं, बच्चे हमारे पहले सीन में है ना, तो अलाउ किया दोनों को। ऐसे कुछ कार्ड वार्ड मांगा था? नहीं। आईडी वाईडी पूछते हैं वो लोग?
हाँ पूछते हैं, बट अभी आईडी नहीं है तो फाइल्स वगैरह दिखाते हैं तो आ सकते
जैसे कुछ लिमिट किया है कि 2 लोग भी जाएंगे या 4? ऐसा कुछ नहीं, सब जा रहे हैं।
सिंगल ही आएगा।
My next stop is KEM Hospital, where I very comfortably entered the hospital gate despite the presence of a security official at the gate. I walked through the crowded, unguarded OPD and shockingly easily accessed the general ward of the hospital where patients are admitted.
आपको यहाँ अंदर एंटर करते हुए आईडी वाईडी कुछ पूछा?
मैं भी गया अंदर गया नहीं।
नहीं, बाहर से अंदर कुछ नहीं पूछा। मैं पूछती कि आपको बाहर से अंदर आने के टाइम पे कुछ बाहर से आईडी कुछ पूछा था क्या?
अंदर से बाहर आने के
नहीं, बाहर से अंदर आने नहीं, गेट पे कुछ नहीं मांगा। आप पेशेंट हैं? दिखाने आए नहीं, लेकिन मैडम
पहली बार आया है, मैं पेशेंट।
Sir JJ Hospital was my third destination, where security was present only at the main gate. There were no guards at the other entrances of the hospital, which meant getting in was easy. Again, security was present only at the emergency ward. The rest of the hospital was unguarded. The OPD again was crowded with patients and relatives, and there is no pass system or security.
गेट पे से कुछ पास सिस्टम वगैरह शुरू किया है?
गेट से वो दो नंबर गेट के यार
बाकी से नहीं।
पेशेंट है
मैं पूछ रही हूँ, हाँ पेशेंट आने वाले थे इसलिए पूछ रही हूँ।
तो आने वाले रहेंगे ना, जो वार्ड में कोई रहेगा पेशेंट इंचार्ज, लाल पट्टे वाली इंचार्ज रहती है, देगी
पास देते हैं। वैसे सब लोग आ रहे हैं ऐसे देखो।
आज क्यों आज ज़्यादा थोड़ा सिक्योरिटी ज़्यादा बढ़े तो ज़्यादा 2-4 दिन डॉक्टर लोगों का ये स्ट्राइक बीच में प्रॉब्लम होती है। अभी पब्लिक भी ऐसे हो गए वो डॉक्टर को मारते थे, ये लोग भी ऐसा ही गया।
The last stop on my list was Nair Hospital. Again, security at the gates, but nobody stopped me. I easily entered the OPD, maternity and pediatric ward without any questions being asked.
In fact, Richa Sharma, who exposed the story on Mirror Now, joins us on the phone line. Richa, you went to 4 hospitals. Maharashtra doctors still unsafe?
That's right, Amita. The promise that the state government and authorities had made to such striking doctors a day before that they called off their strike on Saturday has not been promised yet. And when I visited on ground to all these hospitals, all the 4 hospitals, the security situation, although there are guards that are being placed, there are police vans that have been placed, but not much has been done when it comes to checking these people who enter these hospital gates. And no pass system has been allotted as of now, and nobody is holding accountable of who's coming in and out.
Absolutely. Richa Sharma getting us that mega Mirror Now expose there. Thank you for those details. In fact, you tune into the urban debate for that story now. Moving on now, after Nigerians, now a Kenyan national was attacked by unidentified locals early in the morning in Greater Noida. This incident happened early morning at Knowledge Park. The woman, identity withheld, was on her way to college when her auto rickshaw was stopped by unidentified men who trashed her and fled. Officials of Kenyan High Commission also met with the national, who has also filed a police complaint. Listen in.
Yet another incident of assault on African students in Noida and Greater Noida. A Kenyan national was beaten up by unidentified locals in Greater Noida area in Vias. According to police, the incident happened when the woman was on her way to meet her friend. Her car was stopped and men dragged her out of the car and then repeatedly slapped her. She was taken to a hospital from where she was later discharged. The UP police have now filed a case of unlawful assembly, rioting and also that of assault. The police have said that this is also a case of hate crime and racist attack. The police have asked the woman to join the investigation. Meanwhile, officials from Nigerian embassy and also from Kenyan High Commission came to Noida and got a briefing from the local police. The External Affairs Ministry have already made it very clear that UP police should take a stern action against those who are indulging in racist attack and in hate crime. UP police have so far arrested 5 people for attempt to murder in the incident that took place on Monday.
In the morning at around 4:30, एक अफ्रीकन मूल की महिला जो कि दिल्ली से ओला कैब पे यहाँ आ रही थी एंड वो यहाँ पे एक सोसाइटी है एलिस्टोनिया सोसाइटी, वहाँ पे अपने किसी मित्र से मिलने आ रही थी। तो उनको ऐसा अभी क्योंकि वो बयान देने की उसमें नहीं है, वो नहीं चाह रही हैं अभी किसी से मिलना, तो उनकी गोपनीयता को सुरक्षित रखते हुए और उन्होंने कहा है कि जैसे ही शी विल बी आउट ऑफ ट्रॉमा तो वो हमसे बात करेंगी। तो उनके जो दोस्तों द्वारा जो बताया गया है, उन्होंने ये कहा कि जैसे ही वो ओमिक्रॉन सेक्टर 1A में पहुंची हैं तो वहाँ पे कुछ लड़कों ने उनको थप्पड़ मारा है। तो ऐसी बात सामने आई है, तो हमने जो अफ्रीकन एसोसिएशन के जो प्रेसिडेंट हैं उनसे कंप्लेन मांगा है और जैसे ही वो कंप्लेन देते हैं विल रजिस्टर एन FIR।
Away from that story, moving on now. Road rage murder caught on camera in Sardar Shahar town of Churu district in Rajasthan. A biker hit an auto rickshaw driver with a brick on his head, killing him instantly. There you go. You see visuals on your screen. Chilling footage on your screens there. A biker hit an auto rickshaw driver with a brick on his head. This happened in the Churu district in Rajasthan. Murder there caught on CCTV cameras. Moving on now, Mumbai police could close the case against web channel TVFCU Arunab Kumar. This is because even after 10 days, none of the victims who alleged sexual harassment have come forward to file an official complaint against him. Now, Arunab was allegedly accused of sexual harassment by an anonymous blogger, following which 50 more unverified complaints have surfaced. Aishwarya Palawal gets us more details.
Our hands are tied. That's the statement coming out from the police in MIDC police station in Andheri. Now, this statement comes out after close to 50 women took to social media to come out and talk about different harassment cases that they went through by TVF co-founder Arunab Kumar. Now, a lawyer, Rizwan Siddiqui, went ahead and filed a complaint with the police station, and he said that investigation should at least begin. But even after 10 days, the police is still dragging their feet. They have not even started an investigation in this case. What they are telling Mirror now is that until and unless some victim comes out and files a complaint, they cannot start the investigation. On the other hand, TVF had told Mirror now that they will start with an internal inquiry into all these matters, where 50 women took to social media and said that they were being harassed by Arunab Kumar on various occasions. Now, even this internal inquiry has not gone ahead, and no headway has been made into this. So for now, there is no justice for these 50 women who took to social media to come out and talk about harassment. The police is saying they cannot do anything until and unless victims do not come out and file a complaint, and the TVF is not doing anything about the internal inquiry. Aishwarya Palawal for Mirror Now.
Welcome back. You're watching the news on Mirror Now. In the meantime, in the news, in a rare show of unity, Karnataka's legislators came together on Wednesday to demand they should be given protection from the sensationalist media in the state. In fact, the legislators managed to secure the formation of a House committee which will submit its report on measures to regulate the media in the state. The announcement came after legislators across political parties came down heavily on the media. Shrija gets us more details.
The Karnataka government is in fact looking to curb the freedom of both print and electronic media. A 13-member team has been constituted by Speaker KB Koliwar, where this particular team will in fact look for quality and the content which runs on both electronic media as well as in the print media. In fact, this decision comes right after where political leaders of both the houses in fact told the Speaker KB Koliwar that they have been made the punching bags by the media. In fact, this particular committee will be headed by K.R. Ramesh, the health minister, as well as Congress MLA N.A. Harris, among the others, who will monitor, look for the content, regulate the media here in Karnataka, and also will prevent, and in fact take measures to prevent what they dub as irresponsible and arbitrary coverage by media. In Bengaluru, Shrija for Mirror Now.
Misgivings. I think, you see, it's only to sort out those misgivings. See, media is an integral part of the parliamentary democracy. It's a very important wing. So I think, there has been some communication gap. We need to sit with our friends, sort it out, and tell them what we mean, It's not an attempt either directly or indirectly to regulate or control the activities of media.
But sir, there is no one-side mistakes. Sometimes media is...
That is why the
even
committee...
the legislators, even one of the...
Right.
Sir, new ML, Mr. S.T. Somshekar used kind of the language you never used in your political career. Inan maklu, yuran matadbeku, these kind of words used.
You are right. That is why the committee, one who advises sermons should be himself very perfect.
But he is a committee member.
See, they are all called professional hazards. It could be on the other side also. The precise object of constituting this committee is to sort out all those things and opt for a kind of self-imposed discipline. Not regulate, not indirectly also try to wield any authority. We have no such authority. We have nobody to regulate. You see, we should honor the severe independence of freedom, the press, Fiercely independent they should be. This is my view. I'm committed to this. It is definitely not to regulate.
Meanwhile, the opposition party, the BJP, was quick to condemn the Siddaramaiah-led government. They say better to give media a free hand rather than dictate terms to the media.
Whatever may be the reason, legislature has a onus, has a responsibility. With whatever may be the differences with the media, about the coverage, about the language used in the media, legislature should never venture into a field where media is controlled. You cannot control the media. The best we can expect is a self-regulation from the media itself. So I don't think this is a right step. I don't think this is tolerated in the when it is challenged also.
Keeping with the state of Karnataka now, taking a leaf out of Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, Bengaluru civic body BBMP has proposed a unique plan to curb building plan violations. According to the civic body, builders must register ground plus 4 buildings with the BBMP until construction is complete. Now, the BBMP will take over the ground floor of such buildings and will retain ownership if approved plan is violated. This rule is not meant for houses on smaller plots, but plans to target the big builders. The new rule has drawn flack, naturally, especially from various sections, including CREDAI, stating that RERA too mentions a similar law on the same lines. Shrija caught up with CREDAI Secretary Suresh Hari.
It is like catching something after the crime has been completed. It is not the best of practice, because you should prevent the crime than going after the crime. You have seen in the past where violations have been done, they are not able to do anything even now on bringing it into regulation or regularizing those violations if it is within the limits. What is the use of taking a ground floor into your control? Who is going to suffer? One who follows the rule is going to suffer. You are creating another space for somebody to give a control. You have to run behind him to get it deregistered. Cost is going to go up. This cost will be passed on to the customer. The real estate regulator bill is going to come. It is nothing can be avoided in bringing forth this bill. It is one of the toughest bill. We welcome it. And having said that, when the bill is going to come in a month's time, why another control? It is like when you have a mosquito to kill, a small tweezer is enough, you are bringing in a hammer. See, the rules are meant to be followed by everybody. What has happened is we don't have resources to monitor all the rules. And let us be practical about the inspectors have to go around street to street, house to house to check whether everything is in proper as per the line. That's what they are supposed to do it. But it's humanly impossible for us to follow that. So what is the recourse available? At least when you go for occupation certificate or some certification process after the building is done, you have a person to catch him and do it. Even a small house coming into play, let us be a regulator. If somebody is doing a commercial venture to sell a building, it should come into the Regulatory Act irrespective of the size. Then it is easily enforceable. If the regulator has power to even arrest a developer who has violated, he has to get the pre-permission before selling. So when these conditions come, where is the question of violation?
On to some news from Mumbai. Now, Mumbai's civic body, the BMC, announced its budget for the year 2017-18. The country's richest civic body trimmed down the total size of the budget, bringing it to 25,141 crore rupees, which is significantly lesser compared to last year's financial budget, which was over 37,000 crore rupees. In this year's budget, infrastructure gets the lion's share. Now, the BMC has allocated over 8,000 crore rupees for the capital expenditure, that is spending on development projects for betterment of the city, infrastructure like roads, stormwater drains and water projects. Now, the budget allocation for the scam-hit roads department this year is over 1,000 crore rupees, which is lesser as compared to last year's when it was about 2,800 crore rupees. Additionally, big allocation has been made for schools, hospitals and garbage management. Also in the news, the other agency responsible for mega infrastructure projects in the city of Mumbai, the MMRDA, has also presented its budget for the year 2017-18. A major chunk of the 6,976 crore rupees budget went to 7 city metro projects. 1,200 crore rupees was allocated to Mumbai Trans Harbour Link and over 700 crore rupees for MMR development. Also, in what could prove as a major boost to commuters in the city of Mumbai, 50 crore rupees has been allocated for the construction of an elevated road on the Western Express Highway. This is expected to provide better connectivity and decongest traffic in the area. Also breaking now, BMC Commissioner Ajay Mehta maintains that security has become tighter and access has been controlled in BMC hospitals. Listen in to what he told our reporter Disha Shah.
इस बजट में अगर आपने हमने उसके ऊपर भी ध्यान रखा है कि 400 उसमें हेल्थ में विशेष हमने उल्लेख किया है कि 400 लोग हम महाराष्ट्र स्टेट सिक्योरिटी से लेने वाले और उसके बारे में हमने सिक्योरिटी प्लान भी हॉस्पिटल्स के लिए तैयार किया है और ये जो लोग 400 आएंगे, ये 400 लोग एक्सेस कंट्रोल के लिए रहेंगे कि हॉस्पिटल के अंदर कौन जा रहा है, उसके ऊपर हमें अब कंट्रोल चाहिए.
Also in the news, privacy at stake after e-governance agency Common Services Centre posted MS Dhoni's personal Aadhaar details on Twitter. Disappointed Sakshi Dhoni brought the privacy data breach to the notice of Information and Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad through her tweet.
उनकी पत्नी ने
देखिए, धोनी देश के बहुत बड़े खिलाड़ी ही नहीं, मैं उनको देश के एक महान नायकों में मानता हूं, बहुत सम्मान करता हूं और मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं कि उन्होंने कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर के माध्यम से आधार बनवाया था. जो मैंने मालूम किया है कि आधार बनाने वाला उनके साथ आधार की फोटो खिंचवाकर बहुत उत्साहित हो गया और जहां तक मैंने जानकारी प्राप्त, कोई पर्सनल डिटेल को बाहर नहीं किया गया है. लेकिन फिर भी मैंने उनकी पत्नी को आश्वस्त किया है कि इस बात का पूरा ध्यान रखा जाएगा और मैंने सीएससी को निर्देश दिया है कि उस उत्साही नौजवान को समझाया जाए, ऐसी घटनाएं नहीं होनी चाहिए और मैंने स्वयं ट्वीट करके उनको उसका जवाब दिया है. आधार बिल्कुल सुरक्षित है, सबके डिटेल बाहर नहीं जा सकते, ये हम आश्वस्त करना चाहते हैं.
That's a wrap on the news. Stay with Mirror now.